Right now, you are probably listening to something. Maybe music. Maybe a podcast. Maybe just the hum of a fan in the background. And if all of that suddenly stopped, completely, you would feel it. A strange, uncomfortable feeling. Like something is wrong. But here is the question nobody asks. Why? Why does silence feel dangerous to you? You are safe. You are indoors. There are no lions outside your window. There are no predators in your room. So why does your brain panic when it goes quiet? The answer is not about you. It is about something that happened 200,000 years ago, something so terrifying that your ancestors burned it into your DNA forever. And once you understand what silence really meant to ancient humans, you will never hear quiet the same way again. Imagine you are standing in Africa. 200,000 years ago. There are no cities. No lights. No walls. No buildings. Just you, your tribe, and the darkness. And the darkness is not empty. It is full. It is alive. Because in that darkness, there are leopards. There are lions. There are hyenas. And they are not sleeping. Research shows that most of the deadliest predators of early humans were nocturnal hunters. They hunted at night, specifically because that was when humans were weakest. Human eyesight in the dark is terrible. We cannot see what is coming for us, so ancient humans developed one critical survival tool. Sound. The sounds of the night were their security system. Crickets chirping meant the predator was far away. Frogs calling near the river meant the water was safe. Birds moving in the trees meant something large was approaching. Every sound was information. Every sound was a message from the environment saying, "You are okay. You are alive. Keep breathing." And then imagine. All of it stops. The crickets go silent. The frogs stop calling. The birds freeze. Complete silence. In that world, silence had one meaning only: something is right here. And it is about to kill you. Scientists who study prehistoric soundscapes describe it this way. The sudden hush that signaled danger was not background noise. It was an essential survival signal. When a large predator moved through the grass, smaller animals went quiet first. They froze. They stopped making sound. Because any movement, any noise, could get them killed. And ancient humans learned to read this silence the same way. Silence equaled threat. Silence equaled death. This was not a belief. This was not a fear they chose. This was a pattern burned into their nervous system after thousands of generations of survival. The humans who ignored silence, the ones who kept laughing and talking when the night went quiet, were eaten. Their genes died with them. The humans who reacted to silence with immediate, intense fear, who woke up, who grabbed their weapons, who screamed to alert the tribe, they survived. They had children. Their children had children. And you are one of those children. 300,000 years later. Your brain is still running that exact same software. So how did ancient humans survive night after night in a world where silence meant death? They solved it the most brilliant way possible. They created noise. On purpose. All the time. Fire was not just heat. Fire was not just light. Fire crackled. Fire popped. Fire made sound. Archaeological evidence from 400,000 years ago shows that one of the earliest and most critical uses of fire was to ward off predators at night. But researchers now believe fire did something even more important than that. It created a constant background sound that told the brain, "You are safe." The crackle of fire was the ancient equivalent of leaving the TV on. It was noise that said, "Nothing is silent here. Nothing is sneaking up on you." And around that fire, ancient humans did something else remarkable. They talked. They sang. They made music. Bone flutes have been discovered dating back 40,000 years. Drum patterns are depicted in cave paintings across the world. These were not just entertainment. These were survival tools. Humans filled the silence because silence was the most dangerous thing they could hear. Storytelling around the fire was literally a biological response to the terror of quiet. Now here is where it gets personal. Because none of this is ancient history. This is happening in your brain right now, today. When external noise suddenly stops, your brain does not relax. It does the exact opposite. Neuroscientists call this the default mode network. When the outside world goes quiet, this network activates immediately. Your brain starts scanning. It starts searching. It starts asking, what is out there? What am I not hearing? What is wrong? Studies show that humans in complete silence experience the same stress signals as when they are anticipating a threat. The heart rate changes. Cortisol levels shift. The body prepares to act. And the most remarkable part? In a 2013 study at Duke University, researchers found that silence actually rewires the brain. 2 hours of silence per day caused new cell growth in the hippocampus, the part of the brain that processes memory and emotion. But here is the twist. Even though silence is good for your brain physically, your ancient programming still fights it. Because your biology has not caught up with your reality. You live in a safe house, but your nervous system still thinks you are sitting in the dark in Africa, listening for lions. Think about what you do every single day. You wake up. You reach for your phone before you even sit up. You put on music in the shower. You turn on a podcast during your commute. You play background noise while you work. You fall asleep to TV. Most modern humans almost never experience true silence. And researchers are now saying this is not laziness or distraction. It is a 200,000-year-old survival response. Your brain craves noise because noise historically meant you were alive and safe. Silence meant the opposite. There is a reason the most universally uncomfortable social experience is awkward silence. When a conversation stops and nobody speaks, the entire room feels it. Everyone rushes to fill it. Because deep in the oldest part of your brain, silence is still a warning. Even people who live in cities and then visit the countryside often report the same thing. They say it is too quiet. They cannot sleep. The silence bothers them more than the noise ever did. Their ancient brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Alarm. Scan. Warn. But here is the thing nobody tells you. The same silence that ancient humans feared is the same silence modern science says we desperately need. Because while your ancient brain treats silence as a threat, your modern brain is being destroyed without it. Constant noise damages memory. It raises cortisol permanently. It prevents your brain from processing emotions. It literally shrinks the parts of your brain responsible for focus and decision-making. You were built to fear silence. But you were also built to need it. Ancient humans had both. They had the terrifying silence of the wilderness at night that kept them alert. And they had the crackling fire, the tribal songs, the stories, which created just enough sound to feel safe. Modern humans took away the silence. And then we took away the meaningful noise too. We replaced it with notifications, algorithms, endless content. And we wonder why everyone is anxious. Why everyone cannot focus. Why nobody can sit still. Your ancestors were afraid of silence because silence meant a lion was about to eat them. You are afraid of silence because you have never been taught that it is safe. The question is not why ancient humans feared silence. The question is, when will you be brave enough to sit in it? If this video made you think differently about something you experience every single day, share it with one person who needs to hear it. And the next time you automatically reach for your phone in a quiet room, pause for just 1 second. Ask yourself, is this me? Or is this 200,000 years of evolution telling me to be afraid? Because now you know the difference.